Man, just when I'm about to come on here and hype up the Sphere card for how amazing it was, of course, Merab goes out there and just absolutely dominates SeanO'Malley in the most one-sided victory you could possibly have. I mean, it might have been 49-46, but clearly 50-45 for most people watching. And I don't know, they haven't officially announced it yet. The fight literally just ended, but I mean, my goodness, before I get into that fight, I do want to take the time here and just shouts out the card, man. I thought that was a phenomenal experience. I hope they go back to the Sphere. I couldn't get over how amazing it was the entire time. Like, I'm not even trying to suck off the UFC like this. Like, it's just amazing to see them kind of put on a show like that. And out of all the sports, I'm happy that the UFC got to do it before the NFL or the NBA or the MLB or whoever else out there. So, as an MMA fan today, I'm pretty happy to watch this. And it was really freaking awesome to sit here and watch these guys put on performances for a Mexican fight night, for a Noche UFC, for all the guys to go out there and ladies to go out there and have a true Mexican heart on the line in each and every fight. Like, how many of the fights started off with either a guy almost getting knocked out or a girl almost getting knocked out, and then they come back and win, or at least hold on and, show the Mexican spirit for the entire night? Like, you can go through the entire night. Zell Huber at the end looked like he was about to get knocked out there. I mean, Brian Ortega looked like he was about to get knocked out there. Ode Osborne had Rodriguez down, and Rodriguez came back and ended up winning the fight. Norma Dumont and Irene Aldana. I mean, for real, the entire fight night was phenomenal. But I hope you guys are ready for this press conference, because you already know this man, Dana White, is going to be cheesing from cheek to cheek, telling everybody I told you so. This man, for this past year, is 2-0 right now when he's hyping up things that, most people are beating down, breaking down, saying, oh, there's going to be a failure. UFC 300 is going to suck. The card that you're promising, it's going to be terrible. I'm just telling you guys right now, I was right there with you guys. It is tough when somebody hypes something up so much and gives your expectations to be something that probably will never be matched. But let's be honest here. UFC 300 delivered. UFC 306 at the Sphere delivered. I mean, honestly, shouts out to the man Dana White. But you guys already know he's going to be rubbing it in everybody's faces. It was the most successful night in the world. But, of course, the co-main event and the main event, of course, they got to go out there and do the 5-round snoozers. But I mean, shouts out to Merab, man. As shocked as I am, this is the one reason I didn't, really do a video about this O'Malley and Merab fight, because it's so cut and dry. Nobody needs to sit here and explain to you guys what the chance of anybody of this winning. If SeanO'Malley landed a punch, he was probably going to get that done. But I think 95% of us knew, hey, man, if this fight goes the way most people think is going to go, Merab's going to go in there and just absolutely dominate. So, I mean, clearly this happens. It's kind of awesome for the division, I guess, for the true thing of the sport too. For all these guys that keep having 10-fight win streaks, 11-fight win streaks, 12-fight win streaks without getting title fights. Look at Bilal Muhammad doing his thing. I mean, you could even say Leon Edwards at the time. Look at this man Merab now. I mean, seriously, shouts out to him. Like, this is what you want, to actually go up and grind through through your entire career and not get everything handed to you like some people may say SeanO'Malley did. But you can't deny how good this man SeanO'Malley is at the same time. Like, you can't deny what he did to Cheeto, can't deny what he did to Aljo, can't deny that even if you thought he lost to Piotr Jan, I mean, that was an amazing fight, man. So, I guess I'm sitting here lying now. I just did a video a couple weeks ago after Corey Sandhagen lost to Umar, like, oh, we're never going to get the O'Malley and, Corey Sandhagen title fight. But here I am about to shoot myself in the foot. That fight makes so much sense next. And this Merab Umar fight most likely is going to happen. Like, I'm excited for this, man. This is not bad for the sport. And if you're an O'Malley fan, let's be honest here. This is probably the best loss he could have took tonight. Like, go out there, never really got hurt. Just, who hasn't been taken down and just absolutely grinded out by Merab? I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if this man ever gets tested and fails for EPO. This man's just ridiculous. It looks like he's never breathing. This man has so much energy in there. It's like a freaking dog. It's hilarious how he can go in there, start a fight with Tim Welch in the main event in a title fight, your first title fight ever, maybe your only chance at a title shot, and you're sitting there talking to a coach, you're giving kisses to SeanO'Malley. Like, the Sphere was a first for everything. A kiss? Excessive coaching? I mean, this was pretty hilarious, to be honest. And Herb Dean, we do have to sit there. The one time I will agree with the announcers, Herb Dean sitting there, like, telling Merab when he's up 4-0, 3-1, like, let's hurry up, let's fight, let's do something. Like, man, dude, you get in there for a title fight. Nobody, man, you in the 5th round with a killer. Like, you even got hurt with a minute and a half left to the body. Like, this is no chance to be sitting here messing around and just giving people a show when you have a title shot, when you got bills to pay. So that was pretty funny. You can't be mad at that at all. I'm excited to see what SeanO'Malley, his stock, I don't think really lowers that much. Everybody's lost to this man Merab. So, you could still maybe make the fight if he ever does decide to go up to 145. Wouldn't be shocked at him getting one of those top fights. But for right now, Corey Sandhagen makes so much sense, and we already know Merab's going to get Umar. So I'm excited to see that grappling match. And the master of EPO here, Merab, I'm not trying to be mean. That's the only way you can describe his fight style. This man looks like he can just go for days and days and days like the Energizer Bunny. And to see him go up against Umar, just anybody out of that camp, Dagestani, I'm excited, man. 135. When have we ever seen somebody, headline at 135 in the last however many years of the UFC? It's amazing to see, and to headline the Sphere, just all around amazing. So, at the same time with Valentina and Alexa Grasso, that was so phenomenal. Valentina there, like, for her to be 37 years old, 38 years old, or whatever she is now, and for all the things that she's done and accomplished in her career, absolutely phenomenal, man. To see her go out there and maybe put on one of her best performances yet. And as a Valentina fan myself, it was really nice to sit there and watch her actually, finally come out with a great performance. Because the Taylor Santos fight was not fun to watch, and the Alexa Grasso fights, as a Valentina fan, like, clearly are not fun to watch. So this third fight, to see them go out there and Valentina do what she did, like, it's if you're new to the sport, that's first time watching these two fight, you would have never thought that those two have ever even got close, or Alexa Grasso even got close to beating her or had beat her or whatever. So for that being the case, shouts out to Valentina. I'm excited to see what she's going to do. Manon Fiorot is going to be a fun fight. It's going to be fun to see Alexa Grasso go back and do her thing. At the end of the day, it looks like she had some close ones. Honestly, she had some really close submissions, but the dominance by, Valentina, hats off to him. You can't be mad at that loss either. Diego Lopez going out there and doing the damn thing against Brian Ortega, like, absolutely phenomenal, man. This man Diego Lopez is here, and I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news here, but if you're a Brian Ortega fan, you're really sitting there like, yeah, did he deserve his third ranking still? That number 3 ranking. I know the Yair fight, but like, he's also just been on the receiving end of a lot of ass whoopings and a lot of questionable things, and seems like he's half in, half out. So it's going to be exciting to see what he does next at 33. The way he's been talking about how he's going to go up, or he's going to maybe take a step away, or he's not sure of what to do. I'm really intrigued to see what's going to happen to Brian Ortega after that match. Like, he just got shut down the entire fight. Didn't even come close. I don't even think there was one moment. Maybe his boxing at the end started to look kind of good, but this man Diego Lopez, it's off to the moon with this dude. I'm willing to see him fight any of those guys. Seriously, any single one of them. I'm in. This dude has the funnest fight style. Everybody knows his jiu-jitsu background, but this dude's striking looks just as good as his jiu-jitsu. Like, good luck fighting him, man. He's so well-rounded. Technique is crazy. It does remind me a lot of Leah Tapira, if I'm being honest, man. Just, maybe not. Tapira's probably not as good. I know he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but I don't know if he's as good as jiu-jitsu as this man Diego Lopez. But just the fundamentals, just the takedown defense at all times, like, at the same time you're reading a punch and a kick coming at you, or any strike coming at you, being able to, to absolutely get out of the way for the takedown and to defend to the takedown, that is such a hard skill to have, especially, when these guys are moving and they're so elite. So guys that come to mind, Aaliyah and Diego Lopez, that have these little subtle things in their game that are going to take them a long way. Like, it is amazing out of this man. So I'm excited for that one. Shouts out to that man, Raul Rosas Jr. getting the dub tonight. One of the greatest women fights I've ever seen. Norma Dumont and Irene Aldana, those girls were just throwing. And, if you guys get sick easy or have a weak stomach, do not look at this picture right now. But, man, Irene Aldana's forehead, ooh, I've seen fights stop for way less than that. I can't believe they let that keep going. And I think it happened for a headbutt, so that's the worst. But, that was one of the nastiest ones ever. And, if we're being just truly honest, I don't want to keep repeating myself when it comes to this, but phenomenal fight card, man. It was all around great. The visuals, everything we got to witness, it was so dang cool. And as successful as it was, of course, one of the biggest blunders of the night. You had Terrence Crawford. This man, Terrence Crawford, one of the greatest boxers. We're talking combat sports here. And Terrence Crawford's on the screen, and they want to call him Kendrick Lamar. My goodness, UFC. For as great of a night as you guys can do, that's one of the worst mistakes. You guys are going to get grilled online forever. So I mean, all around, I hope they come back to the Sphere. I mean, it was cool to hear Joe Rogan and all these guys talk about it. For the visuals over just on the just on the TV through the pay-per-view. I mean, my goodness, that was amazing. I couldn't imagine being there. I bet you that was in a phenomenal show, a sick show. And shouts out to the UFC, man. As somebody who just been watching them forever, 16 years, 17 years now, it is so awesome to see where they're coming from. And it did feel awesome to see, all these guys there and all these, super awesome fighters currently and past and present, all these things going on. It was so cool. And, even when SeanO'Malley was walking out, it really felt like this is what 2024 fighting is. Like, if you would think about it in a movie from the 90s, like all the lights, all the cool, camera angles and stuff, like we're here in the future. You know what I'm saying? So, as awesome as it was, I'm about to get my ass to bed because it's 2:30 in the morning already, and I'm trying to get some sleep. So, as always, your boy, Stephen Moustaris. Let me know what y'all thought of UFC 306. But that thing was amazing. So, let's go, baby.